Is there a light on? Oh yeah, it says record on there, right? Yeah.
It's made like a green. Something in uniform circular motor.
Okay, go find a nice quiet corner. How are you? Okay, Dave's on the job.
Hi, Dave.
Hey John.
Are you the official recorder of the
Yes,
event?
I am. What a gathering of people we got
Yes.
here.
So that's an important responsibility to record. That's a good idea, too.
It is a very good idea.
Yeah. How much time do you
Years
got?
from now,
Oh, yeah.
grandkids will be glad to have it.
Yeah. Right. Right.
There's a lot of people out there. Just be ready. Get acclimated.
This whole week is just beautiful.
Let's see if I can find her something, Dave.
So back at Boys Are Proud. And Uncle Dave.
Hi, how are
Why
you?
is there
Indiana
so much-
people. Indiana people, sure. Nice to see you again.
Good.
You can have fun staying at our house.
Yeah, we will.
We got some cute neighbors that are dying to meet you. How you doing?
She is a smiling. Let me get some rolls out. Hey, buddy, you're gonna have to put that away. Yeah, there should be plenty. Oh, what have you? Last night. It's been so long since I made rolls. Do they need to be warmed up?
Out of college to say.
He doesn't really sit
Or out for 8. Another place for 7.
Hi, how are you? I'm good.
Hey, how you doing?
Good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Just out of camera and lens right
I'm
here.
the official recorder. We got to get this as a major doing here.
Whose camera?
Cliff's.
Yeah,
So we get everything on here.
yeah, that's good. That's a good thing.
Well, I guess we can eat.
Say half of it's gone the first year, and then half of that happened the second year.
Oh,
Oh, I've seen quite a number of drinks in my time.
A lot of new faces. Good morning.
Food.
Can angle the screen too. Turn it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Problem is with these handhelds, it's easy to jerk them.
It wasn't quite so bad this morning. I think a lot of people left yesterday. You guys just came down this morning?
Kind of light.
let's eat.
You ready to eat, Grandma? You ready to eat?
Yes, I am. Oh.
Get your picture in that.
Oh, yes, you have. And I haven't had a heart.
Oh, yes, you have.
One more and I'll get another because of the, and then mashed potatoes. Yeah, maybe we don't want this one out yet. Yeah, let everything out. Let's eat. Well, if there's 2 of them, we'll just take one out at a time. Well, Becca called Thanksgiving a month ago, so we've already had Thanksgiving at least once. Oh, she had to have turkey one day, so I cooked for 5 hours. Is there anything that I can help? Oh, thank you. Just enjoy. I can help. I feel helpless. Well, we're fine. Yeah, I can
Seen you. Third level.
Yeah. Oh, they are.
What you been doing, Andy? I heard that they were opening golf courses today. They were talking about that.
Yeah, that's cool. How about this? Okay. And then the potatoes are behind you. I'm not sure if they
pastry wings.
They're warm. I can feel them even. Oh, I smell them. Good. I mean, you walked in here. It's over here. Did you find
Where was this?
Yeah, I put them in here. I'll take them. Is everything else? Yeah. Is that what they're saying right now? What we're doing. So let's say our prayer and eat.
Do you know where there's Grandma?
In the bathroom.
You mean there's one here?
There's one here, but if you want
No, they're in the oven last week. They hadn't been in the oven, I don't think. Yeah.
okay, and this is
Thanksgiving meal.
No, no.
Yeah, they came in with a van from somewhere, I don't know.
We need some professional.
Happy Thanksgiving. This is the nicest weather.
we got a lot of rain.
Yep, lots of rain. October was So this is the best one. How old is Jackson? He was born
In February, so.
He's coming in on 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay, attention everybody. We're supposed to eat.
Yeah.
Yes, right?
Frank's 6'1", so he's got some good genes.
So, we need to take a minute and return thanks.
Circle up!
Can you sing, you know, praise God from whom all blessings flow?
Let's try it.
Oh, praise God from whom all
Praise
blessings
God from whom all blessings flow.
Praise God
from
whom all
blessings flow.
Praise Him, all creatures, Him below. Praise Him above, ye heavenly host. Praise Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. Amen.
Okay, come and help yourself.
Grandpa and Grandma first.
You're very sweet. You know what?
Grandparents first.
Listen, by the time we get our place in line, the extras will be here, and they come up right behind us, okay?
You're right after the parents, Steve.
We will save a spot, actually, right after. Why don't you find a nice quiet corner and just sit for a while?
Is this where they're gonna sit, I guess?
Take pictures.
It's a wheelchair, it's not that place.
Oh, good one, Craig.
Unbelievable.
Under there. Take, Craig, come take one of these. Now, what is there?
Yeah.
Oh, it was cold. Was it cold in there? You want to come see Grandma? Walk around? Yeah, do you want down? Okay.
Here, I'll take that. Strap it on.
Wow, there was small.
On an end?
Starting to see little similarities and little facial similarities and things.
These babies, man.
Isn't she sweet? See, baby, great. She's a little round one, isn't she?
Yeah. What's that?
She's a little round one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Who are all these people?
I don't know. That's what Jax is saying. Thanksgiving dress. So pretty.
Oh, mom.
See the baby? Baby Grace. See baby Grace? That's Dave. Dave.
Oh, good. I don't. Either or.
Mom?
I don't think we've ever met, bud.
Oh, this is Jackson.
Hey. He's 5. All right. All right.
Okay, I saw the baby.
Yeah?
We already got her on film.
What do you think?
Hey, superstar.
Yeah. I know. You don't have to tell me.
What do you mean, what do I think?
Yeah.
On camera.
Getting big.
On camera,
Every baby
yeah.
is great.
Yeah.
So you've been independent farm for a couple of days?
So we just started last night. Yep. Hi, Bird. No, I'm not teaching.
Hi, Bird. How are you?
How are you? Part-time
Good to see you.
I've been great.
Hey, how about it?
Awesome.
And then I'm the second one. From the
No, it's not.
Stick it in his nose. Actually, if you stick it in Jared's nose.
Aha.
Aaron.
I don't have a nose hole.
Aaron.
Lupa.
I'm running out of soap.
Fish soap. Keep holding your nose.
What do you think you're gonna have for now? It's your turn.
You're gonna smell it again.
Yeah, you're back. Excuse me, Anna.
You should stick it in Aaron's nose.
I bet if you did, you would like it.
Stick it in his nose, Seth. Stick it in his nose.
Yeah, this isn't a nose. This is
Yes, he is. Yes, there is. There's nose right with his lips. There's one right with his lips.
those are my teeth.
No, that. No.
These are
No, no.
Don't just go grab my nose there. Don't smell this flower.
Please, stick it in Jared's nose and he'll smell it.
These are
Put it in your nose. There, you're gonna sit down and stick it in your nose and smell it. Stick it in
either.
The girl.
You go first. How about since
She told you.
Are you taking it? No, stick it in your nose. His nose, so he'll smell it. Look at it.
Well, there's probably not. State Farm, but that's not
She gets so mad. She says she's shallow.
I got a picture of
What they
the
stand for, and I'm always like, you know? But it's funny, that's the way she is.
Now, I'll have to tell you, you'll have to speak loudly and distinctly, or I don't hear you.
What'd you say?
All the deaf ones over here.
That'd be kind of a lot of running around. What do you need, honey? Do you want to go watch the movie? I want you all to let me.
To honor the two of you.
We've been honored so much, I
And
don't
to
know if I
tell
can
you-
stand it.
Well, I hope you can stand it
Oh,
because
well, we'll try.
we're really looking forward to this. We have a special time to honor you and to tell you how much that you mean to us and apparently to a lot of other people because I've had letters coming in for the last month.
Wow.
2 months.
2 months, yes. So I'm going to give each of your children a pile of letters to read.
Well, for land's sake.
Everybody has the option of reading their own out loud, or if someone doesn't want to read their own, then maybe their mom or dad or whatever appropriate sibling can go ahead and read it for them.
By the way, there's still a place to sit here.
Kristen's going to sit there because she
Okay.
can't talk loud. That's Steve's. And Kristen. And when they're done, Anne has made
everything that's said.
this beautiful keepsake album that we'll put in it.
Isn't that pretty?
It is. It's very
I
good.
have
No
one.
touching.
Can I have one, Mama?
This is. Where's James? at?
Mama.
Thank you. James
Mama.
Kyle. Okay, I'll hold that one. And Nathan has asked that he could be the first one to read because then he wants to go home and watch the movie.
I want to.
I keep thinking it's a Sunday.
Mama, I want one
And
of
where's
those.
Jeanette? There's the Jeanette pile.
Mama, I want one of those.
There's a pile of them.
Yeah.
I want one of those too.
Okay. Why don't you have a seat? Nathan's waiting.
I want one of those safety.
Grandma and Grandpa, I'm glad that you are still both safe and well. When I grow up, I know that I'll think back to all the things you've done for me. No one else can show me that special love you two do. I hope that soon I might be able to return this love. I love and always remember how we'd play hook. Wait, I will always remember how we'd play rook and that at Christmas time Grandma would make buckeyes. Finally, I wish you a good Thanksgiving, many a long-lived year, and as many blessings as you have given. Love, Nathan.
Well, Nathan.
Mama, what about mine?
Good. You're welcome. Take Anna, you and Gabe.
Bob and Dorothy Knudsen. Dear Edmund and Mavis, after receiving a note from Kristen saying that your family is honoring you both in a special way this Thanksgiving, we are pleased to add our thanks. You both were always a part of most everything that took place at First Lutheran, and for that we thank you. You were always a big part of the Nice Center and other community events. For that we thank you. You both, in your own ways, were of great service to our country. For that we thank you. Most of all, you were always good friends to us in many ways, and for that we thank you. God bless you and your family this weekend, or this Thanksgiving. Bob and Dorothy Knudsen.
Very good.
Gladys. Greetings, neighbor. Once we finished exchanging riders with our kids to school activities, 4-H, piano lessons, etc., we exchanged flowers. We're working together on election board and also at NICE. I had reservations about quitting working in the election board, but this fell with the fog in the morning and again at night. I was happy to be at home. As for NICE, how much longer am I going to stay on the board? And by the way, there is no let up of stuff that is brought in. NICE is a blessing for so many. Hope you have a great Thanksgiving. Gladys.
How about that?
Mavis and Edmund. We always enjoyed those smorgasbords they used to have at the Lutheran Church. Mavis and Edmund were always helping to serve the many guests. The food was always good, and it is unfortunate that they are no more. I remember one Sunday years ago when we drove out to their home with Aunt Goldie and Aunt Ida. We also recall that on one of our visits they had a pen full of hogs. They ought to see the place now. In 2000, the Upedal family reunion was held in Loftus, Norway, and Mavis and Edmund were present. That was a very successful reunion, and Philip Upedal was the man who was behind it. Philip was building a house in Albuquerque at that time and said, "Come down to see us, but don't all come at once." We took a cruise at the end of the reunion from Bergen all the way up to Kirkenes, which is right across the border from Russia. Our entire family made the cruise, and the ship made stops along the coast to pick up passengers and discharge some. We are grateful.
Herky Hinrichs.
Okay.
Dear Mavis and Edmund, we were pleased to receive the letter telling us that your family will be honoring you at your Thanksgiving gathering at the farm. We will be thinking of you on that day, knowing that it will be a very special time and a wonderful surprise. Can you remember all the happy times we have had together over the years? Of course, the first time was at Heidi and James's wedding, and what a wonderful time we had at the rehearsal dinner and wedding reception.
Remember that, guys? Remember that rehearsal dinner?
We also remember a vacation at a lake in Wisconsin. That was at Shawano. Remember that?
Yeah.
And a visit you made at our home on your way to Florida. We were so happy to see you and enjoyed our time together. Being together for graduations and confirmations at Muncie also was memorable for us. And we also remember being at the farm for a picnic on the porch. So we thank you for your friendship over the years and the fun times together. You have been a blessing to us. We send our love and good wishes, Fran and Herky.
Well, I'm sure glad our
See,
in-laws.
this is what they look like.
In-laws get along. On TV, you know, they show it that in-laws can't get along, but they really can.
Grandma and Grandpa, coming to the farm over the years has been such fun. My favorite memories are of walking down to Dry Run with you and playing rook on in the kitchen. There's always so much to do. I have loved spending time with you. Love always, Hannah Mae.
Very nice. Somebody mentioned Rook today.
David.
You haven't got enough decks.
David did, yeah, he did.
Who isn't playing with a full deck?
What'd you say?
What a sad bunch, huh? Andy and Carolyn. Is this Andy up at all?
For land's sakes.
Dear Edmund and Mavis,
We know who they are.
family relationships have been important in my life. They were important when I was growing up, so my first remembrance of visiting Uncle Tommy and Aunt Sarah's was going in the Model A Ford to Augut and Wayne's wedding in 1936. The next year we came to Helen and Ray's wedding in the new Studebaker sedan. I was the ring bearer.
Yeah.
Carolyn and I visited Helen and Ray last July. Edmund was this older first cousin who was there helping doing chores.
What was it? Read that again.
Where were they visiting?
Carolyn and I visited Helen and Ray last July.
In California?
Apparently, Edmund was this older cousin who was there,
Not somebody else.
helping doing chores. Were you out there in July of last year?
No, I think she probably went back.
A teacher from Shabana, Mr. Miller, as I recall, and I were traveling to Northern Illinois University to attend weekly classes. I clearly remember him saying one night that Cliff was seen being interested in one of the senior girls. She was a really nice girl, and her name was Jeanette. Since we had just moved to the community, I was very happy to know Cliff was making good friends. Well, here we are 30 years later, and I am thinking about all the wonderful memories those years have encompassed. Jeanette and Cliff's beautiful wedding and the wonderful pork chop barbecue reception at the farm. Cliff has become an expert in the art of barbecuing pork chops. The wonderful 4th of July celebrations, complete with lots of friends and family, and barbecued pork chops. The celebrations were completed with the evening fireworks accompanied by patriotic music and homemade ice cream. The feeling of always being welcome at the farm. The welcoming spirit is a Hillison trademark, and you, Mavis and Edmund, are the center of that welcoming spirit. All one has to do in our family is say, the farm. And we all know exactly where, who, and how we feel. Welcome, warm, and accepted anytime. The relationship that the Hillisons and Parkers have developed is unique and wonderful. I remember times at either of our homes when we planned together and our numbers continually increased. We always knew that at either home, if more family and friends arrived, we just sat another plate on the table and made another pot of coffee. Edmund, you make the best coffee. I remember stopping by one time on my way home somewhere, and you insisted that I should have a cup to take along with me. You even provided the travel cup. That was good Swedish, or was that Norwegian coffee for my traveling? Pie, Mavis, you made the best apple pies. Other pies were good too, but I remember most an apple pie you brought to a Thanksgiving gathering at my house. Pretty to look at and luscious to eat. Not done yet. Edmund, do you remember carving the turban squash from your garden? You carved one for my class at Lee School. It added such a flavor of fall, harvesting, and friendship to my class. Strawberries, the frozen strawberry jam was so good from the farm. It was so good that when we went to Gulf Shores, Alabama, and could get strawberries and lots of strawberries, we made freezer jam and brought it back with us. Our memory of strawberry jam from the farm was being relived. I've enjoyed the time I have spent with you this morning. Remembering, reminiscing, and reflecting Thanksgiving is a time to pause, consider our lives, and be thankful for the blessings that have come our way. I am thankful for the happiness you have brought to me and my family. I love your daughter, Jeanette. I am so thankful she became a part of our family. I know that you mean so much to Cliff, and he loves you both very much. I am thankful for the relationship that you have with him. Happy Thanksgiving, happy memories. God bless, Nettie.
Where was she today?
She's home.
Well, she
Yeah,
said she was going to her sister-in-law's.
Jeff's coming up there about now. I think.
Because I talked to her.
Maybe, well, I haven't talked to her in a couple of days, but I thought Jeff was coming up there
Because
tonight.
I said, well, we want you to come. No, she said, I thought she said she was going to her
Maybe she did this morning, I don't know.
I did call her.
Yeah, I'll do another. On the farm, followed by a delicious dessert, Grandma Sarah would say,
Elegancy, sufficiency.
Yay! Okay. When Dad sweeps the porch, he opens the door and out goes the
Russ.
Oh, yeah,
Well, sure. I was the one that told you about that.
Oh, okay.
What is the roost?
There's chaff.
When Grandpa sweeps the floor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. The things Grandma Swanson could do with the few leftover potato peels, eggs that didn't pass the candle test, and just the right amount of sour milk.
Dogamut.
Yes.
I was thinking nymph.
And Nipper the smiling pooch just loved that.
What was it, Dad? It wasn't Dogamut.
It is on there.
It's not on here.
Oh, that's the Norwegian
Oh,
version.
it's not add one. There's
Well,
another one, Dad.
it should be Hundamat instead of Dogamat.
Well, this is farm wages.
Yes, that's why it's called farm Weegian.
Yeah, that's
You
right.
keep one.
And really it's
And I'll take
Dogamut.
Dogamut is Swedish.
That's Swedish?
Swedish.
Well, World War II, in the Navy and Marines, had stories to tell of their experience. Well, Mavis and I must say we had the toughest job, right, Mavis? You both have raised a great family, and it's always so much fun to be with all of the family. We feel fortunate to be included in all of your family gatherings. We thank you for giving us Kristen and our great grandchildren, Camille and Phil, with all of our love, Mary and Andy.
Thank you.
Thank you. Andy and Mary.
This is from Camille.
Oh.
Camille says, the farm has always been a special place for me, owed greatly in part to the two special grandparents who provided love, acceptance, and kindness, not to mention pork chops, buffet potatoes, and homemade ice cream. Oh, the list could go on. I am lucky to have such a grand list of cherished memories and grandparents who are dedicated to their family and faith. I respect you both for staying true to your faith, raising 6 children, and providing a warm and nurturing home for us all. Thank you for supporting me through various endeavors of my own. Grandpa, you are a gentle, humble, hardworking, and honorable man who kept the farm going, which is no easy task. Grandma, you are a loving, genuine woman who embodies who a grandma should be, in nursing her loved ones through tough times and filling their bellies with delicious homegrown food. I love you both for who you are, what you stand for, and can't wait for new memories in the years to come. Camille.
Good
Very
one.
nice. Tell her thank you. That was very nice.
Go ahead, Steve.
Okay.
Okay, this is from Gabe here. Dear Grandma and Grandpa, you just don't know how much I love and appreciate you both. Grandpa, I remember that you would show your love for me when you would fix my wooden toy swords when they broke and when you helped me with my Pinewood Derby cars. Grandma, you would show your love by making us cookies and inviting us to dinner. Grandma, you also encouraged us to read and to do well in school. Thank you for both being there for me. Love, Gabriel.
Oh,
Okay, this is from Rich and Nancy Eggers.
Gabe.
thank you, Gabe.
No.
That was from Gabe.
Gabe, yeah.
This is from Rich and Nancy Eggers. It starts out, 1 Peter 4:9, offer hospitality to one another without grumbling. Dear Mavis and Edmund, little did we know when John became a part of our family that we would be so welcome as a part of yours. From the first cup of coffee shared on the porch, to the 4th of July extravaganzas, to after-church barbecues, you have always made us feel that pulling up 2 more chairs at the table was no big thing. Your delicious home cooking, rural wisdom, and beautiful country setting combines to make meals at the Hillisons a special treat indeed. Thank you for your hospitality and friendship. Know that we are here for you both. Love, Rich and Nancy Eggers.
Nice one. Good.
Okay, somebody else is going to have to read this one. Mavis and Edmund. Oh, that's yours. Okay. Here's one from Roger Hughes.
Whether we come on a holiday with the whole family or on a normal weekend when it's just our family, you always make everyone feel welcome and loved. On our visits growing up, one of you was always available to play games and spend quality time with me. I learned a lot by playing countless hours of Masterpiece with the both of you. As I grow older, I hope I am able to carry on these family traditions and values. Shannon, Jackson, and I look forward to spending more special times with you. Love, Craig, Shannon, and Jackson.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Good job.
Paul and Maxine.
Paul and Maxine.
Oh.
Dear Mavis and Edmund,
Santa Cruz.
we were very good friends until I moved permanently from Lee upon graduating from the University of Illinois. And Tim, you were a lovely couple.
Loved ones, it was always a happy place away from home. Our time at the farm was filled with rook, badminton, chasing kittens, walking to the creek, 4 o'clock treats, getting shooed outside by Grandma, and getting teased by aunts and uncles. You've taught us the value of family and the importance of them in our lives. Both of you have played a major role in our lives. Thank you for being wonderful role models and providing us with yummy, home-cooked food. We love you both very much. Leave and give.
Very nice. Thank
By
you.
the way, mentioning 4 o'clock treats, we just got a fresh batch of them the other day from the ice cream man. So, remember that?
Ice cream?
Well, they're on a stick, ice cream on a stick. And they're the best. So that you have that to look forward to. We're gonna pass it around so you can have. Okay, go ahead.
I made something for Grandma, and so I wrote a little something about what I made. Last week, I emailed Mom to see if she had any information on colors and what they can represent or symbolize in art. I prefaced this request by saying that I was looking for said info before I started designing a necklace for Grandma. My goal was not only to create a beautiful piece of jewelry, but to make it meaningful as well. Mom replied with the following. Make something red. Red is foxy. Grandpa likes her in red. So I made something red. I also did a little research to see what red can symbolize. Red is foxy. It has been proven that red can stimulate brainwave activity. Red is power. Red is confidence. Red denotes purity, joy, and celebration. Red is the color of happiness and prosperity in China and is used to attract good luck. And in ancient Egypt, red was the color of life and victory. Red is passion. So the necklace I made is made with Austrian crystal, quartz, and sterling silver. And quartz is said to have grounding qualities, provide clarity, and symbolize wholeness.
Oh, I can't wait.
So Grandma, may you be foxy, powerful, confident, joyous, celebratory, happy, prosperous, lucky, victorious,
She woke up.
or any combination of the aforementioned attributes when you wear this necklace. It was made.
Bergen was also asking me when your birthdays were. She was going to do something.
Bergen, and you make these? Oh.
Do we have to wait to be 86 before we get one?
No, you can. I also take custom orders.
Thank you. Oh, how nice.
Bergen. Uh-oh, he went all.
It's for you too because you think she looks foxy and red.
After this election, you'll have to add red is for the Republicans.
Oh.
The Republicans, and blue is for the Democrats.
It's true.
Did you ever remember
I
that?
don't know if I can make red jewelry in Chicago. It's such a big city.
Very nice. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Siri.
Lovely.
Read yours.
Very lovely.
Very nice. Very nice. Siri's got one. She'll read yours too.
Okay, Grandma and Grandpa. The farm has always been one of my favorite places to be.
Loud, loud.
Some of my best memories have been made here. It has been my vacation, my oasis, and my sanctuary. It is because of you both that the farm is the place that it is. Grandma, with your kitchen filled with love, your endless meals that have left all of us in many food comas, and your unconditional love for your family, you have shown me a strong and wise woman who I aspire to be like. Grandpa, your calm and soothing nature is what holds this place together.
That's right.
With your sweet sensibility and your gentle, gentle heart, you have always been a comfort in my life. The calm and serenity that surrounds you when you are in a rocking chair with a child on your lap will forever be one of my favorite and most peaceful images. Thank you for creating a place filled with overflowing love, a calm peacefulness, and of course, lots and lots of food. For you both, there are simply no words to describe. I love you so much, and thank you for being wonderful grandparents, for raising the best mom anyone could ask for, and for showing all of us a relationship of true love, faith, and hope.
Thank you.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Oh, that's right there. Yeah.
Very nice.
Somebody else read?
Okay, as I said before, this is overwhelming.
I know.
You want to read yours? Well, next. This is from Dan and Sue Ensrud.
Yes, we remember them.
Dear Mavis Edmond, Mom and Dad, Hillis.
How did all these people get this message?
Well, the little bird told them.
Well,
I'm honored to be included in this letter writing extravaganza to two wonderful people who have treated me as one of their own. My memories of the times on the farm will always bring a smile to my face. Memories like singing with Hippy Dippy, Scruffy, and Eddie.
now who wrote, is that a record?
Yeah, all broken if I remember right. Sing, Nippy the dog, not working too hard for my room and board, getting April fooled by Grandma Swanson, going to the state basketball tournament with John, playing Johnny Squat basketball with Jeanette, See-Betweens, taking off the pig over coveralls in the basement. Sue remembers the big table on the screen porch with lots of wonderful food on the 4th of July and John's crazy fireworks displays. I'm glad you got to spend time with my folks in South Texas. Most of all, I'm glad I got to spend time with your son James and his family, even though we don't see each other much. We will always be close. It's funny how spending a few short years with your son on some crazy travels have brought us such wonderful memories forever. Peace and comfort to you and your family from the Dan Ensrud family. Boy, do you remember that van?
Very nice.
It's knowing how to stop. After 14 plus years, I still cannot believe my good fortune to have married into this family. Your family is quite extraordinary. Proverbs 17:6 says, "Children's children are a crown to the aged, and parents are the pride of their children." Truer words could not be spoken. Your love, faith, gentleness, and hard work are evidenced by your children, grandchildren, and now great-grandchildren around you today. Edmund, I have always admired your gentle ways. You, and by extension John, have created such a safe, secure environment to raise a family and are an excellent example of godly manhood for my sons. You captured my heart the day you called me honey girl from your hospital bed and included me among your children right before bypass surgery. You, and by extension John, grill the best pork chops on the face of the earth. You've spoiled me for any other. Mavis, you are my Naomi. I love you so much. Like a true Titus II woman, you have taught me much about being a wife in general and the wife of a farmer in particular. Trying to list the ways you've helped me would be like trying to count the stars in the sky. All the floors washed, dishes done, patches sewn, and children watched so I could get something done. I don't think I could have made it through those early years without you. Many are the jewels in your crowns. May the Lord say of you both, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Much love from Michelle.
Michelle, that was
thank
nice. A side note to that, when I go to see the doctor in Shabana, whose name is Khan now, he asked Michelle what she did, what was her occupation, and she said, she told him, I'm a farmer's wife. He said, what? Couldn't believe that she was a farmer's wife. And that really...
Well, that's a good story. That needs to be
I don't know what he thought a farmer's wife should look like, but she's a good one.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. That's very nice.
Do you want me to read yours now, or do you
Sure,
want to wait
sure.
a little? Okay, this one is from John. Dad, you have modeled true patience as you worked on the farm. Dealing with difficult machinery repairs or setbacks with quiet diligence and patience, you displayed a determination that would not give up in tough situations. You've always been gracious in your speech, avoiding pettiness, and been faithful in taking us kids to church. You have modeled leadership in both spiritual and temporal endeavors by taking leadership roles in church, community, and agricultural organizations. Your service in the Navy exemplified your selflessness and true sacrifice. I remember a 6th grade sports banquet that you sat at the head table with the coach and principal. After the banquet, the coach told me, I would do well to be like you. I thank you for the opportunity to become part of the farming operation. You took care of a growing hog business when I was away at school. Your willingness as a business partner has made it possible for me to continue on in the family farm. Without you and Mom's help in so many ways over the years, I don't know if I could have kept the farm intact through the years of low hog prices. Mom, you instilled in us kids a desire to redeem the time, using each precious moment for a worthy accomplishment. The principle of delayed gratification, trading a moment's temporal enjoyment for a grander achievement later, which would better serve us in our future roles in life. Who can forget the reference to the workhouse on the hill? The term was not as much a humorous reference to the determined work pace which you exemplified, but an intuitive acknowledgement that nothing good comes without work and sacrifice. I remember well your admonition to save your money, you'll need it for college. You modeled the principle of waste not, want not, instilling in us kids a need to make the most of our available finances and resources. Dad and Mom, as our parents and mentors, you have created a rich environment for our growing up and continued family interactions. I have such fond memories of the trips you have taken us on, and from museums and parks to lake cottages and family visits. You have instilled in us an ability to truly appreciate what we already have, as well as a foresight to prepare for the future. You have both lived tireless lives of service and purpose that have impacted not only us, your kids, but will influence generations to come. You have been living examples of character for us kids to follow. I thank God for the gift of both you and your parenthood, and revel in your faithful fulfillment and example of what the word family really means. You have both poured out your lives in the magnificent pursuit of being God's stewards here. Your lives have given sacredness to the often mundane tasks of life and will no doubt be rewarded someday with the words, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." With thanks and love, from John.
You know, John, you don't talk that way when you're.
How do you know?
I want to say something else about. When we were growing up, Dad come to me and he says, "Steve," he says, "you don't want to go into farming." He says, "There's no money in it, long hours." I said, "Okay." So I went to college. Here comes James. There was James.
You can always go to
You don't want to be a farmer. You know, it's long hours, no money. So James went to college, he's even minister. So here comes John. John, you know, farming's not all bad. He was running out of sons. He was desperate. Okay.
I'll be right here.
Leon and Cindy. Dear Edmund and
Davis and Uncle Edmund, it is a great privilege to write you, for you are the best aunt and uncle one could ever have. It is so thoughtful of your family to put together so many wonderful memories. I'm just going to highlight some of our great memories. One of my fondest childhood pictures, I was 3, was of you, Uncle Edmund, in that handsome Navy officer's uniform in Iowa City, holding me.
Oh.
She was 3 years old, I can't remember.
Yeah, I can remember that.
Some of the memories I cherish included playing in the Gum-a-Lemon with the cousins, sparklers on July 4th, roasting weenies and marshmallows in your backyard, in Grandma's bed, upright fireplace near the lily pond, being with all the cousins and relatives at your parents' 50th wedding anniversary, and playing so many great board games. We celebrated many holidays with you along with family get-togethers, and you always had only homegrown and homemade meals which were to die for. The hours you spent toiling in your garden and preparing the food were endless. In later years, you were so generous to include Mom on so many winter getaways, as well as trips to Iowa to see the relatives. Then, of course, you were such faithful visitors for Mom in the nursing home. She would so look forward to your coming, and so did I. We'll never forget your faithfulness. It has been wonderful reflecting on just how thankful we are to have been included in your family all these years. Your generosity, understanding, and love is embedded in our hearts. Thanks for everything. God's blessings to you and your great family. With love, Mary Lee and Fred.
Very nice.
And this is from another cousin, another niece of yours, Eloise. This is from Eloise. Love Eloise. Dear Edmund and Mavis, this is a good time of year to count blessings. You are both a blessing in my life. Summers spent at the farm are some of my richest memories of childhood. You both made it to be that way. I remember driving up the road with excitement, being greeted by you, Grandma and Grandpa, and looking forward to black cows in Grandma's kitchen. Right away, Christy and I would begin planning what we would do the next day, and you gave us free rein to play, explore, participate as we wished. Here are some specific memories. Riding in the wagon behind Edmund in the tractor, cutting alfalfa, playing in the haymow and corn crib, Edmund giving us fresh milk right from the cow, sweet and foamy, with a twinkle in his eye. Making cut glass jello dessert, with Mavis getting Jeanette out of her crib. Going to the county fair for 4th of July, a singer there performing Blueberry Hill. Edmund taking us swimming in Rochelle or DeKalb. Helping Mavis clean eggs or gather eggs ourselves in the hen house. Scary. Playing with the kittens, picking black raspberries on the road. Yeah, man. Walking down the road to Scarborough and getting a peanut stuck up her nose.
I remember that.
I remember that.
You probably stuck it up there. How did it get up?
False one, you.
How did it get up in your nose?
She stuck it up there.
I'd be the 5th.
Anyway, playing in the attic and finding treasures, looking through scrapbooks and having you tell us who was who. Edmund and Aunt Ruth singing a duet of How Great Thou Art in church for Grandma and Grandpa's 50th. Numerous lunches and dinners on the front porch. Helping Mavis in the kitchen, taking sandwiches and punch, 2 men in the field, picking crab apples, and she loved crab apple jelly.
Yeah.
Trips to Aunt August and Uncle Wayne's house, going to the Dog and Suds, playing piano duets like There Is a Tavern in the Town with Kristen.
Something to do with the fifth.
Getting ready for church every Sunday, Mavis putting on lipstick and combing everyone's hair in the little room by the kitchen before we left, wanting to ride with you and stop at the market afterwards. The rainy morning, we woke up to the shouts of the hogs got out and having to help chase them in the mud and get them back behind the fence. Scary again. The summer I stayed with you when Mom and Dad went to Europe. I remember that. Kristen and I would dreamily sing Wonderful, Wonderful Copenhagen while on the swing, kick the can and catching fireflies. Saying goodbye, the worst thing, I always remember crying and crying and crying, and Mavis hugging me, trying to comfort me till the next time. Thank you for being such a blessing in my life. Happy Thanksgiving.
Well, did she come and just stay for a long time?
Just coming along. At the top of my appreciation list is just having the chance to have been raised on a farm. I believe the childhood couldn't be much better than to come from a farm. All the characteristics that you folks exhibited to make the farm run seem to me to be positive, creative, and admirable. Hard work, appreciation, and love of the land, love of the family all have leached their way into my life and are a part of my goals and personality as well. You have always welcomed people to the farm, entertained friends, family, and strangers with grace, and been examples of acceptance to all people. These wonderful patterns of living flash in front of my heart and my mind and guide me with regularity. I believe God has blessed you richly, and that richness has been passed on to us kids. I pray to receive these qualities and to live them throughout my life as well.
Very good.
Blessings to you.
We had a lot of fun when Zach was here. Zach was
Zach,
here.
yeah.
Brothers and sisters with their families for a home and a happy childhood. But more importantly, for a sense of self. Because of your selflessness, I have a sense of self. Because of your devotion to each other, I have a sense of family and home and priorities. I cannot find the words to thank you. I've tried and tried. I can only be here for you, as you have been there for me, for all of us, in so many ways, with open hearts that feel my pain and my joy, with willing hands that make Swedish pancakes and accompany us on the piano, that make Chinese checkerboards and sit in pretty furniture, hands that turn pages of the Dr. Seuss book and the Dooley and the Snort Snoop book, with a hug and a kiss to greet and to say goodbye, and often with a song to comfort us when we were sick, to sing praises to the Lord, or to quietly hum to pass the time away. And you probably don't even remember all the other things you did that meant so much to me, like Dad coming home from a meeting, bringing a corsage to take me to the father-daughter FHA banquet at the high school, and Mom sitting me down outside the beauty parlor in Lee to talk to me about being friends with everyone. Thank you for being there, and in a very, very current way, up to the minute on news and sports scores, and in the moment to attend to what needs to be done now, and always tuned in to us as well as to the rest of the world. It makes me proud to be your daughter. I love you.
Very good.
Amen.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Kristen.
thank you.
Now,
That's nice.
all of you kids that have written things about us, we feel the same way about you.
That's right, that's right. We thank you all for all of these things. Yes, yes,
Well, you
yes.
started it all. We were just saying
Yeah,
that.
you started it, that's true. As you sow, so shall you reap, is the way it works, I guess.
Well, we've been very fortunate to have such a wonderful family, and we thank you sincerely. All of you.
That troop train didn't break down.
Or some other sailor, some other trooper didn't win your heart, deal you away.
Out of the refrigerator, pass me They won't take.
How's everybody gonna be here in the morning?
Yeah.
How early? Question.
What do you
Well,
want?
what time we gotta leave?
They're a great big box.
Yeah, no, they don't really like it.
So the freezer.